Hi guys, Lucy here from Hunting for George. Today I find myself in Camberwell and I have a very special home to take you through because this one you can actually win. Yes, this luxurious multi-million dollar architecturally designed home could be all yours, and I'm going to share with you how you can make that happen. But first, how about we get inside to see if you like the look of your new home. Welcome. I love the scale of that entry as soon as you walk through the front door. And at the front of this home, we have this purpose-built study, which in this time is very necessary. I've got to point out the joinery as well. This is beautiful. It's got this wonderful leather detailing with the timber. Follow me. Before I take you through to the rest of the home, I do need you to have a quick look at the powder room. Welcome to the heart of the home. So we are drenched in light here, which is beautiful. These floor to ceiling windows. And here I am in the dining space, which has got this insane scale. We're looking at these about 6.2 metre high ceilings, very generous proportions, and that's reflected as well with the windows and also the generous proportions of the kitchen. Huge integrated fridge and freezer. And I love this dark marble as well, that's beautiful. There's a lot to love about that kitchen, but I really like the feeling as well in this living space. So what they've actually done here is created these dual zones. So they've got these two seating areas, again with the generous proportions. This has got a lot of depth to it, this daybed. And it's a very monochromatic, very moody interior, but I love the way they've brought colour in with their selection of artwork. There's an Indigenous Australian piece here, which picks up beautifully with some of the warmth of that rug and some of the decor pieces as well. But there's more to see. Got to keep moving, come with me, because this is very exciting. I need to take you into your very own butler's pantry. With a very impressive wine fridge. Don't mind if I do. The scale of this is absolutely next level. You've got a whole other fridge here, which is again a very good size. But not only that, this is all joinery. You've got so much storage, and it leads you through where we're standing now into the laundry. Again, just huge, and so much storage everywhere. But I have to show off this very satisfying pivot door. Oh my goodness, I do love a good pivot door. How beautiful is that? Looking out onto those north-facing windows. Okay guys, it's time. We're gonna head upstairs. This is actually great because it really gives you a sense for that scale and the sheer height that you can feel when you're down in that dining space. Now there's 4 bedrooms up here, but first come inside the master. It's a wonderful feeling here. You've got a beautiful outlook down to your pool. You also have city views hiding behind those lovely sheer curtains as well. But we walk through here. This is our wonderful walk-in robe, which casually leads us into the most heavenly ensuite I think I've ever seen. Oh, there is so much to love here. I love the color palette. It's very moody. It's dark. It's got a very luxurious kind of hotel feel. Oh, these are heated towel rails. It's just luxuriousness everywhere. Oh my God, these are so beautiful and warm. I need to step away from the towel rails. But you've got dual basins. You've got one of the biggest bathtubs I've ever seen, which I better get in it, you know, just to show you guys, all in the ADA scale, guys. Oh my Lord, this is a very big bathtub. Thoroughly approved. So behind me, we've got a toilet over there and a shower behind me. So the hallway separates us from 3 more bedrooms. So here we essentially have a rumpus room, a beautiful living space. Again, it's got that outlook out to the pool. Through here we have another bedroom. Very generous proportions with the ensuite, that desk, and just a wonderful size and feeling in these bedrooms. Another bedroom, and I must admit, I love the way they've taken advantage of bringing in this desk space, this inbuilt seating, perfect for a little bit of homework. All of these bedrooms have their own en-suites, very much matching size. These curtains with that sun coming through, that's casting the most beautiful light. That is a very beautiful staircase to walk up and down, I must say. It has a wonderful feeling in here with the light coming in from that outdoor entertaining space. But let's take a closer look at this home and figure out how to make sure it could be all yours. So this very impressive home is the grand prize in the Royal Melbourne Hospital Home Lottery. And it's actually their biggest giveaway yet because it's valued at over $4 million plus wait for it, you get to pocket just a cheeky $200,000 worth of gold. Gold, I know. What you do with $200,000 worth of gold, I don't know. Perhaps you could store the excess in your butler's pantry or laundry storage. That, my friend, that's up to you. This home is actually a collaborative effort that was designed by Mazzei, Webster Architecture, and also Nathan Burkett Landscaping. This home features a very bold and robust brick facade, which was actually part of the caveat for this street in Camberwell. They used Krause bricks, and I actually really love the warmth and the shape of those bricks as well. It brings a wonderful tactile, textural nature, and it's contrasted beautifully with that vertical charred timber cladding. There's certainly a lot of structure to the front of the home, and there's also a lot of structure in the landscaping as well. I really like that kind of strong direction of that path, those sharp lines, and then also the really structured garden design. It's going to grow up beautifully, and I love the way they've really thought about how the garden will evolve and grow with this home, and ultimately it's also very low maintenance. When you push through the front door, you are greeted by this soaring 4-meter high entry. It's a wonderful point in the home. You are lower, you are at eye level to that pool, and it really does just set the tone. It kind of lifts your eye up, and not only your eye, it kind of lifts your energy as well as you step on up into the rest of the home, which is completely drenched in light. I have to point out, obviously, it leads to that very generous home study. Space in the home in which you can work is very precious and also very important. So I like the fact that they had created a space that was dedicated to that. But on the plus side, you know, the joinery they'd created in there, which was actually customized from Webster, was elegant enough to be also treated as a bar. So if you didn't want to treat it as a home office, you could also turn it into a more intimate living area. That first powder room that we saw on that lower level in the front entry gives you a sense of the color palette you're about to experience throughout the rest of this home. There's that dark marble, those dark tiles, and also just wonderful pockets and moments with their lighting. The lighting in this home is really quite something. They have thought about those moments and where they can accentuate the textures of the materials, you know, whether it's with LED strip lighting or whether it's with a feature wall sconce. They have really thought about how to integrate lighting in order to just elevate the materials in which they've used. Speaking of materials, I must mention the oak timber flooring. I really like just the light calmness and just the firmness of these floors. It does contrast beautifully with the very strong black and white monochromatic color palette that is throughout the home, and plus they're just a joy to walk over. All of the living spaces have been incredibly designed, and they've really thought about the layout and also the modern home and what you actually need in a home. Stepping up into the main area of this home, the heart of the home is essentially where I am now. It's this living kitchen and dining space. I love how it's open plan, but it does have different zones created so you can inhabit different spaces quite comfortably. The scale of just the height above that dining table is just beautiful, and I love the way it gives this sense of drama, and it really does focus your eye around that table. It creates a wonderful moment. But then the ceilings lower down, well, they're not that low. I think we're dealing with about 3-meter high ceilings here. But we go through into that kitchen, which is again, just generous proportions everywhere. A very wide marble island bench, beautiful, just soft joinery, which is an absolute joy to open. Wonderful integration in there with their appliances, even just bins and storage tucked away beautifully. I had a lot of fun in there. And that flows seamlessly to where I am now into this living area, which is just drenched with light. It's actually so wonderful with these north-facing windows pooling a lot of wonderful natural light into this space. And I am in one of the areas here, but it has actually got those dual zones. So I like the fact that they've thought about maximizing this space and creating these kind of mini breakout areas. They've also got a very generous day bed, which almost acts as a bed. Like the depth of that is next level. That concept of that day bed kind of bench seating is also integrated next to the fireplace as well. They've extended that bench line underneath the TV. So there's just essentially a lot of different surfaces. There's plenty of space to sit. So this is the perfect living space for a lot of people. The energy continues though when you get to the guts of the kitchen, because the butler's pantry is essentially another kitchen. It is absolutely huge, huge fridge, so much storage, so much bench space, and the biggest wine fridge. You'd have problems filling that wine fridge, but that's a problem you're just gonna have to deal with if this is your home. The butler's pantry leads you through to an equally generous laundry, and through that you actually can enter a double garage. We didn't go into the garage. Instead, I chose to open up that very smooth pivot door to lead you back through into the dining room. That pivot door that leads you into that dining space and that double height of the home, that's really the knuckle. It's the central point of this home. But it's once you get upstairs, you know, that you get a sense for the energy changing. It's very calm, it's very soft, it's carpeted, it feels different. It just slows you down, which it needs to. And I like the fact also that the master suite has been separated from the other 3 bedrooms, so that lives in its own wing. And it also does boast city views, as well as a very lovely outlook down to the pool below. With a walk-in robe and a huge ensuite, that space really does embrace that moody color palette. I really liked how dark and ambient it was there. They'd accentuated that with mood lighting, and they'd also chosen some really beautiful, luxurious pieces with their fixtures and fittings. And the size of that bathtub, clearly loved it. Massive, would happily spend all night in there. Wonderful. The 3 bedrooms towards the rear of the home are slightly less dramatic. They don't have that kind of heavy, moody color palette, but they're very generous proportions, and those en-suites are just beautiful and very timeless selection of their material use in there. Ultimately, very big size, a lot of living space, especially the fact that they center around that rumpus living room area, which again shares a wonderful outlook down to that pool below. All fully furnished with Webster furniture, and I especially loved that custom bed head in the master bedroom. That added a really plush and elegant touch. The north-facing garden is perfect for all year entertaining. It runs off the indoor entertaining space, and it has its own built-in polished concrete barbecue area as well as seating, and it's got that wonderful undercover dining area as well. So if after all that you're like, Lucy, I get it, the home's great, how do I make it mine? Well, quite simply, you gotta be in it to win it. You just need to buy a ticket in the Royal Melbourne Hospital Home Lottery. All tickets in the Home Lottery help fund patient care, equipment and research for the Royal Melbourne Hospital. And the earlier you buy your ticket, the more chances you actually have of winning. There's a whole bunch of luxury, incredible prizes to win. Hit the link below to find out more. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this home tour. Don't forget, hit the link below if you want to buy tickets in the Royal Melbourne Hospital Home Lottery. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube, because we've got plenty more home tours coming your way.